right, we are back and we are playing some Warhammer 40K today in our own customized 6.5 edition. Today it's going to be the Chaos Space Marines with their demon allies against the Blood Angels. We're going to be playing 3,200 points per side because we wanted to take in a couple extra things. So a little bit bigger than our normal 3,000 point game. Here is a look at our table. We've got our objectives all set up. We're going to go with the ruined city today. We've got our objective number 1, objective number 2, objective number 3, objective number 4, 5, and 6. So that's a look at our table. We will take you guys over to the armies, starting with the Chaos Marines and then the Blood Angels. Here's our Chaos Space Marine force crammed in to this table side. We have this fella here is going to sit in for our Hellblade with its 2 twin-linked autocannons. So let's just move him aside so we can get a look at everything else. The Chaos Marines are going to be led by the Demon Prince. We're going to have a Dark Apostle. We have 1, 2, 3 units of Chaos Marines in Rhinos. Each squad has a missile launcher and an aspiring champion with a power weapon or power fist. We've got a squad of Havocs with 4 heavy bolters. We're also going to have 2 squads of 10 cultists. Each one has a flamer. We're going to have a squad of Obliterators, squad of Chaos Terminators that are going to be teleporting in. We've got a Defiler over here. We've got a Chaos Land Raider with a squad of Chosen and 3 plasma guns in that squad. For our Demon Allies, we are going to have 2 squads of 10 Blue Horrors. They are going to be led by the Blue Scribes, and we are going to have a Burning Chariot of Zeech. Both units of the Horrors are going to have the Flickering Fire ability. Our Demon Prince got Breath of the Gods, Doombolt, and Zeech's Firestorm. And then the Blue Scribes get their random power per turn. So that is our Chaos Space Marine and Demon Allied army. Okay, we're going to move over to the Blood Angels and see what they're bringing to the party. Okay, what do the Blood Angels have today?
We're gonna have a Land Raider, 2 Rhinos, a Vindicator, a Razorback, 2 Predators, 2 Land Speeders, 7 Terminators, a Contemptor Dreadnought, Furioso Dreadnought, 2 units of 3 Tactical Marines, 2 Apothecaries. This one has Corbolo, as well as the Librarian, Chaplain, and Captain, a Devastator squad, and a Death Company squad.
All right. That is 3,200 points of Blood Angels. All right. We will bring you guys back after deployment. Oh, almost forgot. What psychic powers does the Blood Angel Librarian have?
The Quickening, the Bloodlance, and Wings of Sanguinius.
Ah, nice. All right. So there we have 3,200 points of Blood Angels along with their psychic powers. So now we'll move on to deployment. The Chaos Marines managed to seize the initiative and take the first turn. Not a very eventful first turn. Pretty much everybody just moved up, securing objectives for the future. But we did not score any points this turn because we didn't have any of the objectives in our cards. So hopefully we'll get some better cards going down the road. But we did manage to immobilize that Predator thanks to the Obliterators. And then a lucky crack missile from the squad in this Rhino took another hull point. So that Predator is sitting with 1 hull point left, and he's immobilized. So that's at least good for the Chaos Marines to get that anti-tank whittled down, because they still have quite a wall of armor over there coming our way. So far it is still 0-0 at the end of Chaos turn 1. So we will turn it over to the Blood Angels and see what they can do. All right, here we sit at the end of Blood Angel turn 1. Blood Angels with the Predator. And I think that was it. Managed to take out this Rhino here. The blast killed 3 cultists, and one of the Marines did nothing to the what are those guys? Obliterators didn't do anything to them. But that did score the Blood Angels 1 point for first blood. Over here, the everything in this section right here pretty much unloaded on a unit of Chaos Marines holding that objective, so they're wiped out completely. Lost 4 guys to bolter fire. So sad. Then over here, the Predators picked on the Havocs, holding that objective a little bit, but only killed one of them. And then over here, the Contemptor Mortis Dreadnought took 1 hull point off this Rhino. So that's about all that happened in turn 1 for the Blood Angels. But right now we are sitting at 1-0 in favor of the Blood Angels, with them getting first blood. So we will move on to Chaos turn 2 and see if we get some reserves in. All right, on Chaos turn 2, we got our Hellblade in. He fired off some shots, and I think he bounced some shots off of that Predator over there, but he didn't really do anything this turn. Our Havocs took a hull point off that Rhino over there. The Obliterators then finished it off and ended up destroying it. The squad inside got out over into that bunker. Let's see, moving on over here. Not much else happened in the center. We took out a couple of those guys with plasma gun fire from the Chosen. And then over here, the Vindicator got a lucky penetrating hit on that Rhino there, and that squad bailed out to there. So that's about where we sit. A lot of failed shots. Zeech is not with these guys today. We did score 2 points because these guys are holding objective number 1, and we had 2 cards to hold objective number 1. So the Chaos Marines are up right now, 2 points to 1 as we head into Blood Angel turn 2. Okay, pretty good turn 2 for the Blood Angels. All their reserves came in. The Death Company came in and landed here. The Terminators came in and landed there. I was wrong. They weren't in the Crusader. I thought they were, but they were in reserve. The Land Speeders came in over here. The Land Speeders chewed up this squad of cultists, and they're broken. The Contemptor lit up that Rhino and destroyed it after the squad in the building failed to do anything with their melta-gun. They did I believe it was the Predator, did a hull point to that Rhino right there. All these guys over here really pounded on the Chosen squad, reduced them down to 1 guy who passed his morale test. Over here, the Terminators killed 1 Obliterator and did a wound to another one. The Death Company landed down here and killed off 2 of these Chaos Marines. And then this squad and the Dreadnought killed a couple guys out of here. The immobilized Predator that's still kicking over there took out this Rhino. The Blood Angels scored 2 points because they had 2 cards for holding objective 4. So they've got that, and they are now in the lead at 3 points to 2. So this is where we sit at going into Chaos turn 3. We'll see if we can get some more of our reserves in. All right, we'll see you guys after Chaos turn 3. Okay, turn 3 was looking pretty good for Chaos. The Hellblade flew up and took off the last hull point on that Predator. The combined fire from the Chaos Marines in the building and the Obliterators took out that Rhino over there. Moving over to here, the Burning Chariot of Zeech came in and got a lucky penetrating hit on the Crusader and blew that up. Over here, fire from the Chaos Marines and these cultists took the Death Company down to 1 wound. Over here, the Land Raider contributed to taking out that Predator. That's right. He took some of the hull points off of that. The Demon Prince moved over here to try and assault the Land Raider, but because we blew it up in shooting, he wasn't really needed. The Defiler killed off a couple of those Marines in the building, so they've been kind of depleted. The Blue Horrors showed up back there in the back lines of the Blood Angels. And then over here, the Havocs here with their heavy bolters took out one of the Blood Angel land speeders. These guys are still broken and continued to run. We pulled the Vindicator back to here to try and get a shot on the guys in the building, but didn't really do much there. But because we secured Objective 6 with these guys, we scored 1 point. We scored another point for harnessing the warp and getting off a psychic power. And then we scored 2 points for overwhelming firepower because we destroyed 3 or more vehicles or 3 or more units. So that takes the Chaos Marines up to a score of 6 points to 3 of the Blood Angels. So as we go into Blood Angels turn 3, the Chaos Marines are ahead in points. So that is that. We'll see you guys after Blood Angels turn 3. All right, at the end of Blood Angel turn 3, that was pretty gruesome. The Land Speeder and the Contemptor Mortis Dreadnought together took out the Chaos Vindicator. Over here, the Devastators took out this Rhino in a crazy move. The Blood Angel Razorback tried to ram the Defiler and ended up destroying itself. So that's what that wreck in front of the Defiler is. The Vindicator got a immobilized result on the Defiler. The command squad there with the captain and Corbolo assaulted the Demon Prince, took 3 wounds off of him, and he killed 2 of them. Over here, the Terminators assaulted and destroyed the Burning Chariot. The lone Death Company guy withdrew over to here. And then, this squad here shot at and then assaulted and wiped out the squad of Chaos Marines that were holding Objective 6. So all in all, the Blood Angels managed to pick up 2 more victory points. So they are now up to 5, and the Chaos Marines are up to 6.
The thing on the Defiler wasn't done by the Vindicator; it was done by the Marines. The Vindicator took out.
That's right.
The Vindicator took out half the Havocs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's where half the Havocs went. That's right. It was a melt-a-gun from the Marines into the side of the Defiler. All right. So we're all caught up now. All right. So, but the Chaos Marines are still ahead, 6 points to 5 as we head into turn 4. End of Chaos turn 4 leaves us tied at 6 points to 6. The Chaos Marines moved up and the Obliterators moved up, pumped some shots into those Terminators, took them down to 3. The Obliterators failed their assault move. Over here, the Blue Horrors with their psychic power and the Chaos Blade came in and took out the Vindicator over there. Unfortunately, the Blood Angel Command Squad brought down the Demon Prince because he completely whiffed in his close combat attacks. This guy here with the plasma gun helped out. He took out one of those Terminators also. Over here, we threw everything but the kitchen sink at these guys. The Blue Scribes came in, the Terminators came in, the other unit of Blue Horrors came in, the Land Raider, the Havoc Launcher from the Defiler, and we knocked this squad down to 2 guys. I think there is a Chaplain and a Sanguinary Priest left in there holding that objective, but they passed their morale test. So still can't get those guys out of there. The little unit of cultists, they finally did rally. The Blue Scribes whiffed with their psychic ability this turn. So that is it. The Chaos did not score any points this turn, but the Blood Angels scored a point for Slay the Warlord. So that is how we are up to tied at 6-6. So we are going into Blood Angels turn 4, and we will see where things are at. Okay, here we are at the end of Blood Angels turn 4. The Dreadnought and the Tactical Squad, they're in the building. Made my cultists that were here run. They left one guy alive, and then this lone Death Company guy pulled out his plasma pistol and finished him off. So we lost that objective. Over here, the Terminators shot up and then assaulted the last remainders of my Chosen and my Dark Apostle, taking that objective from us. Over here, the Contemptor Dread and the Devastators finished off the Defiler, and the explosion killed off a couple of our Blue Horrors. And then over here, this freshly rallied unit of cultists is now running again because the land speeder unloaded its heavy bolters into them. So the Blood Angels pulled out 4 points in that turn, 1 for controlling objective 2, 2 for supremacy because they control 1, 2, 3, 4 objectives. And what was the other one for? Making a unit break. So that gave them 4. And then we're going to call the game here because next turn, Chaos doesn't really have enough points available to them to be able to pull ahead. So they are also going to get another one for Line Breaker. So that is going to be a Blood Angels victory of 12 points to 6. So we're going to call that one there. It was a fun game. It was a really close game up until the end of turn 4. Lots of carnage, lots of exploded vehicles, which is what we like to see. Big games with big results. Anything you want to add as your man of the match or favorite thing that happened?
Well, I guess my least favorite thing that happened was probably my Onum Razorback blowing himself up by ramming the Defiler.
Oh, I thought that was hilarious.
I definitely came out this game learning that it probably is a better idea to specialize your Predators. Like, have one anti-infantry, the other anti-tank.
Yeah. Yeah, it works out much better for you that way. It doesn't work too well trying to mix up. What do you think of the Contemptor? How did he do for you?
He's definitely nice. He's basically what he is, a Dreadnought with more firepower.
Yeah. We know that's not the Contemptor model, but that's what we're using them as. For me, I was definitely pleased with how just the regular Chaos Marines held up until this last turn. Once again, I think reserves kind of messed with my plans a little bit. The Terminator's not coming in until turn 4, and then the Demons. The Blue Horrors were fun, but I don't know. They just didn't do all that. Well, I guess I can't say they didn't do much. The one squad of Blue Horrors over here did end up finishing off that Vindicator, so maybe they are worth their points. They are kind of cheap. But the blue scribes didn't do much, but that's probably just because they didn't come in until turn 4. So reserves. I hate reserves. Anything else you want to say?
I definitely like our little house ruling when it comes to having Terminators allowed to take 2 heavy weapons no matter how many are in the squad, since it gives them a bit more firepower while also allowing to have a bit of a smaller squad. It's not a little bit cheaper when it comes to points.
Yeah, and that's much more helpful. That's how they were back in 3rd edition. And I think when they took that away, it made Terminators a lot less viable. So that's something we threw back in there. Terminators need 2 heavy weapons. They're freaking Terminators, for crying out loud. They should be able to carry 2 heavy weapons. All right, I think that's about it for this time around. We're probably going to be back with some fantasy next go around. Not sure what we're going to be playing as far as armies. I think we've got, or you're at least going to do Tomb Kings. I don't know what I'm playing. But thank you all for watching. Again, that's going to be a Blood Angel victory, and we'll see you next time.